loose ball for him. I got you. I got you. I got you. I know, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to Cabot Stadium on the campus of Cabot High School for the 2023 Cabot hosted by FCA. Game 4 features the visiting Dragons of Collierville and your Cabot Panthers. First, your starters for Collierville. Number 0, Avery McKinney. Number 2, B.J. Boyles. Number 4, Leonard Thomas. Number 10, Aiden Harris. And number 14, Isaac Lesher. Now, Panther fans, on your feet for your Cabot Panthers. Starting for the 63 senior, Zero Cabot. Starting for the 63 senior, number 1, Brandon Hall. Starting for the Panthers, the 6-foot senior, number 2, Jermaine Christopher. Starting for the 6'3" junior, number 13, Dalton Rosenbaum. A 6'2" senior, number 14, Owen Swanson. Head coach for the Panthers, Logan Bellion, assisted by John Ross.
Hello and welcome back to Panther basketball. Tonight, the Panthers take on the 6-1 Panthers, or excuse me, they take on the 6-1 Collierville Dragons, the powerhouse from Tennessee, has only one loss being against Briarwood. I will be your play-by-play commentator, Carson Cook, and sitting next to me, your color commentator,
Colton Hennessy. The Panthers are 3-6 going into the matchup with a tough start to the season, many of those losses being against top teams in tough situations. They've lost two games to two tough teams, two of the top teams in the state, that is, in Little Rock Christian and Benton.
Yeah, that's right. This Panther team has been nothing short of impressive this season. Although the record might not show it, sitting at 3-6, the Panthers have shown a lot more potential than just that.
Yeah, the fact that they've been able to keep up with teams that, let's be honest, they recruit their players like Little Rock Christian. I mean, it's a public school in Central Arkansas. Nothing more surprising.
The Panthers win the tip-off, and Jermaine Christopher finding an open man. Hall from the corner. He'll miss.
And that's a good look to start off the game. Braden Hall wide open in the corner. The shot that we love to see.
The Dragons passing the ball around quite nicely as they've done so far this season. Number 2, Felipe Boyce with the shot that's off the mark. Braden Hall tipping it around. They'll get the rebound as Rosenbaum holds on to it.
The Panthers playing hot potato right there, come away with the loose ball.
Christopher taking it in the paint, outside to Swanson. Swanson from 3, he won't miss.
Yeah, in warm-ups, I just saw Swanson nail 10 in a row, and that's his favorite spot, the corner. Knocks it down, first 3 points of the game for the Panthers.
Moving the ball around. They'll get it to number 14, Lucier. Lucier, a 6'9" center for the Dragons. Stolen by Jermaine Christopher. He's got an open lane. And a tough layup off the prospect, block from Aiden Harris, and the Dragons are down 5-0.
And Christopher on the fast break, such a sight to see. Looks like prime Blake Griffin, the way he can go up and dunk the basketball at that time, choosing to lay it in instead.
Shot is up for the Dragons, and it rims out as Christopher will get the rebound.
And the cold streak continues for the Dragons.
Christopher will take it to the rack outside to Swanson from the other corner. This one missed badly. And that'll be off the Dragon and number 2, Boyce, and it'll be Panther ball.
And that just looked like a forced shot from Owen Swanson. Kind of surprising we don't see him take 4 shots like that. And even when he does, he's able to knock them down. That one, unfortunately, way off. But it's Panther basketball.
our first break in this speedy game. I got a chance to talk to Coach Bailey before the game, and he said this Dragons team is really good at pressing. They're going to have to stay calm and find the open guy and make the Dragons pay for pressing them. Christopher has it poked away. He'll get it back. He'll take it to the rim, and a tough layup. He wanted the foul. He won't be able to get it.
Just an awkward falling layup. Great that he's okay after the tough fall.
Harris down low. Just using his body is Elijah Lucier, and he won't be able to get it in. The Dragons stay scoreless. Braden Hall with a nice save. He'll get it to Rosenbaum. Tripped up as Christopher Goddard gets it anyways. He'll go up against the 6'9" guy. He'll go up again and block twice. Is Goddard.
It's not going to be easy to shoot the ball over somebody that's 6'9" whenever you're barely 6'3". Definitely a mismatch, but Goddard's had the best of them, especially on the defensive end tonight.
Lucier from the perimeter. He'll get it to Boyce. Boyce to Thomas. This Dragons team trying to make something happen against this tough Panther defense.
And there's a foul off the ball. Looks like they'll call that one on Rosenbaum.
Yeah, just a little bit too much contact in the paint for the refs' liking, and the Dragons will get a fresh shot clock. Lucier inbounding it and passing it around. And that'll go the Panthers' way.
As that will be an offensive foul away from the ball right there. I mean, that's 2 off-ball fouls, and that's what makes the ref's job so difficult, is they're not only watching on the ball, they have to watch all 5 guys on the court at all times to see if there's any contact. And that's just what makes them so impressive. No matter how many missed calls they make, I mean, they make more than they miss.
Here you see Berkeley subbing in for the Dragons, and that pass nearly stolen. It's kicked out of bounds by the Dragon.
And the Panther team's going to have to work to get the ball inbounds. Christopher can't do it all himself.
And that pass hits the back of the backboard, and it'll be Dragon ball.
And Coach Bailey clearly unhappy with the Panther team, not just Rosenbaum on that one. It was the whole team because they weren't moving.
The Dragons will inbound it now. Passing it around, trying to get past this impenetrable Panther defense. Resetting is Felipe Boyce. With 20 left on the shot clock, it looks like they have nowhere to go. Rodier find his man. A nice pass to the outside. He'll go up, and Rodier off the front of the iron.
And that's what you love to see, a tough mid-range shot. This Panther defense continues to play well, have not given up a basket yet.
Christopher will take it himself and swing it outside. Swanson with the 3. He's 1 for 3 now.
And that's still a great look. No problem with that miss from Swanson.
Not at all. We like to see him taking those shots. Another open shot. Fakes Rosenbaum to the rim. He's blocked once again. And that gives Elijah Lucier all the way from Collierville, Tennessee, 3 blocks so far tonight.
I mean, 2 blocks on one possession, another one right there. The paint's not going to be an easy place to get buckets tonight against Collierville.
Yeah, but we've seen this Panther team just paint the floor from the perimeter. They called a foul on the big man as Rosenbaum will go to the line.
Yeah, I can't say I saw that one from where I'm sitting. As that looked like all ball to me. Not sure if that was on Lucier or on a different Dragon.
And yeah, that foul couldn't have been on Lucier. That was a nice block, and it won't matter anyways as Rosenbaum will miss 2 from the line. So we see Hines in the game now. A senior player that's been more than impressive, just hasn't got a lot of playing time. Rodier trying to make something happen with this Dragon offense.
and they just can't seem to get past this Panther brick wall. I mean, they've just been playing fantastic defense all night.
Berkeley wants to take it himself. He won't be able to. The shot from Monin will not go as Jermaine Christopher gets the rebound once again.
And a tough rebound from Christopher. We see his athleticism whenever he skies for those on the defensive rebound.
Panthers moving the ball around quite nicely. Tipped away by Boyce, and it's stolen. Gordier on the fast break. They'll find their big man out to the corner. And that one's stolen by Jermaine Christopher. He's got room. And off a nice first step, he'll get the layup.
That looks like 2018 James Harden with the Euro step. Beautiful move from Christopher to score on the fast break.
Dragons trying to switch things up here as they seem to have some more players coming into the game. That shot won't go for the Dragons, and they'll stay scoreless. The Panthers lead 7-0 as Goddard takes the ball up the court.
And clearly a lid on the basket.
And a nice pass blocked on the layup is Parker Hines. Rosenbaum from the three. He'll sink it. That'll put him into double digits before the Dragons get any.
And that's a junior with a lot of confidence, and he shows it there. Spotting up from straight away, top of the key three, and knocks it down. 10-0, your Panthers lead.
Berkeley with the shove off, and that is an offensive foul. You can't do that, Panther fans say.
And that's just great defense from Hines and this whole Panther team. They continue to play outstanding as Dyer checks into the game for Rosenbaum.
A new face guarding Jermaine Christopher. That's number 15, Garrett Ross, the 6'3" forward from Tennessee. Christopher slowing down the tempo now for the first time in a long time. He's doubled and tripped up by Ross. They'll call that a blocking foul.
Yeah, basketball is a non-contact sport. It seems especially at the high school level the past few weeks that we've seen the Panthers play, they like to get physical. I mean, maybe just coming out of football season, they've got a little bit something different on their mind.
Yeah, Christopher just trying to break that press, and Ross didn't want him to get that sideline as the layup is missed. They're rebounded by the Dragons. Into the corner, trying to get a quick shot off. They won't be able to. They'll slow it down once again as Berkeley will try and take it himself, just throwing elbows. Jermaine Christopher was hit, and a lot of bodies right now on this drive. And that'll be number 1, Colin Monin. Looks like he's hurt, and the ref will blow a whistle.
As he went diving into the scorer's table. A pretty big hit delivered by the table.
Yeah, that one will do some damage as Webb Thomas, the 6-foot guard, checks in for him. Berkeley to the corner, looks to pull up, and just loses the ball. It's poked away, and Goddard's got it at the bottom of a pile. They call it a jump ball, or excuse me, that's a timeout from Coach Bailey.
And really, if Coach Bailey didn't call the timeout there, it would have been a shot clock violation on Collierville since possession had not been turned over just yet. And for the Panthers, that's just a positive sign. They still have not given up a basket so deep into this first quarter. I mean, impressive to say the least from this Panther defense.
Yeah, I mean, you see this Dragons team coming into the game 6-1. Must be a different competition up there in Tennessee as they're struggling against this 3-6 Panthers team.
Yeah, and that just shows you how good Arkansas athletics are, but especially the Cabot Panthers. I mean, their only losses have been to very talented schools. It hasn't been like they've blown easy games. I mean, they finally got to face an easy team and blew out BB last week. And I mean, we really got to see what the offense could do in that one, and showing more of that tonight.
Yeah, and all these close games, you see the same faces. It's nice to see some other players getting some PT here tonight. as Hall, a new face to bring up the ball for the Panthers. He'll take it to the rack himself after a crafty layup. That's 2 points for the Panthers.
My goodness, the up and under from Braden Hall, finding a way to finish around the rim. That's the Panthers, one of their only times scoring in the paint, unless it's on a fast break.
Shot from the Dragons is up. That one no good as well. Christopher finding Trip Dyer. Dyer hits the bottom of the backboard.
A lack of awareness on the fast break from Dyer, running so fast. It's not easy to know exactly where you are on the court.
And there's the big man with the shot. That one's off the mark. And hitting the ground hard is number 15, Garrett Ross. Caleb Davis, not the only tall guy on this team, standing at 6'10", number 24, but at 6'9" is number 14. We saw him earlier, Elijah Lucier. A quick shot up, and that one will be the first to go. That's number 4, Webb Thomas.
I mean, it only took the whole first quarter to finally find the bottom of the net.
Hines from the corner. The open three hits the back iron.
That's another good look. There's not much time left on the clock. The shot clock is off for this possession for the Dragons.
Just 15 and ticking. Berkeley out to the corner. The shot is up. No good. That's a bad miss. And fouled in the paint. That's number 15, Garrett Ross. He'll go to the line.
Because I'm sure he's going to have a tough time convincing his teammates that that was a pass. My goodness, that shot was way off, but ended in Collierville's favor.
Ross, with that, is only the second person to score for this 6-1 Dragons team.
Yeah, really surprising record for a team that has not shown it tonight, but that is not to say they may be able to turn it around.
The second one won't go, but it wouldn't be the first time we saw a good team get good in the second half, as we saw Benton, and then there's the steal from the Dragons. That's another 2 quick points before the end of the quarter, but Colton, as I was saying, Benton is a team that showed out in the second half. The Dragons are going to hope to look like them tonight, as they've struggled here in the first.
Yeah, Cabot did go into the half with a lead, I believe, and then all of a sudden it was turned around in an instant. I mean, it was not the same game until late in the fourth quarter whenever the Panthers were able to come back. And right there at the end, we got to see Alan Kraft make up for his airball three with a fast break layup to end the quarter. And now Collierville's still in this game. They were only down by 12. The Panther offense hasn't been playing too well either, as they're going to have to figure some things out.
Yeah, I mean, this press defense has caused the Panthers to get a little bit frantic here in the first, as they've only got 12. A surprising look from this Panther offense, who have been electric all season. Going into the second period, Colton, what do you think Collierville has to do to get ahead of this game?
They're just going to have to make shots and find open looks. I've seen some misreads from the point guards on this Collierville team. There were a few times that a guy was open on the wing and they didn't find him. So maybe just swinging the rock a little bit more, a little less isolation basketball can lead to a little bit more success for this Collierville team.
Berkeley will inbound it for the Dragons. Dragons driving in, but really have only took shots from the perimeter, as Berkeley trying to get this offense started here in the second. He'll take it to the rack. A nice layup off the mark, and number 24, the 6'10" giant, Caleb Davis, will get 2 points.
Must be nice having somebody that's 6'10" on the offensive rebound.
Christopher on the perimeter. Swanson just trying to find anything. This whole Panther team has been driving into double teams all night. Goddard will go up after the flop from the Dragon, and that's 2 points.
That's a strong man right there, and Grant Goddard I mean, his brother is in the Naval Academy, and his dad, a former veteran. I mean, he knows about toughness.
And Berkeley, a deep three contested. That's 3 more points for the Dragons, and they're right back in it.
What a shot right there from Berkeley. Berkeley's been trying to get his offense going all night, but just hasn't been able to.
Goddard triple team down low. And he'll get the rebound, but that's a charge for Goddard.
And Goddard looking to play some 90s basketball, backing somebody down in the paint. Fortunately, that time they called the charge. This is definitely not the same game it was in the 1990s.
Definitely not. Here we see Dallas Berkeley once again for the Dragons. Not taking the ball up this time, but it looks like he'll have to get his Dragon team started. Guarded by Jermaine Christopher. He'll take it to the mid-range. The floater is sunk, and it looks like he is the only bright spot for the Dragons.
Yeah, Berkeley clearly the answer for this Collierville team. He hasn't been able to figure it out so far, and then all of a sudden he's got a few buckets, and the Collierville team is back in it.
Dyer using his body, and he'll get 2 points.
And what a back down from Trip Dyer as trying to draw a charge. It won't work.
Ross to Berkeley. To Davis. Davis from mid-range. That one's good, and the Dragons are breathing fire here in the second.
And this Collierville team has completely turned it around here in the second quarter. And this is what we were afraid of happening. The Panthers are going to have to get the ball across half court.
And a smart timeout from Coach Bailey. They'll keep possession. And this Collierville team has found life here in the second quarter. I don't know what was said by their coach, but it had to be something inspirational.
Yeah, and their coach, Memphis alumni. Pretty surprising if you don't know. He participated in the basketball tournament. That's what it's called for former players from college basketball teams, as he was a part of the Memphis alumni team. Extremely impressive, and you can see that height from over here. His head is sticking out above these guys, and he's got a team with a player that's 6'9" and a player that's 6'10".
Yeah, I mean, and if you can see his head above the 6'9" and 6'10" guy, he's got to be pretty tall. As I believe they picked up the W in their alumni tournament. Congratulations, Coach. Goddard will inbound the ball now, get it to Christopher. Christopher pressed once again. He'll take the sideline and poked away. Good defense from Felipe Boyce.
And this Dragons team has brought it defensively all night. I mean, this Panthers team has been outstanding, and then all of a sudden it's been turned around here in this second quarter.
And there goes Davis for the other big man, the 6'9", Elijah Lucier. Swanson with the fadeaway.
And you love to see Swanson using his body and getting in close to the basket, as he hasn't done that all night, or really all season, since we've seen him come to Cabot in his junior year. I mean, he is a guy that's a 3-and-D player, has sneaky good defense. That time getting in low and getting a bucket.
Berkeley was trying to take it to the rack there. Instead, they'll call a blocking foul on Braden Hall. That'll make the second Panther foul of the night, and Braden's first. Boyce slowing things down now. Working the court is Boyce. He'll finally find a man down low. Stolen and poked away. That'll be a jump ball and Dragons ball, as the Panthers won the tip earlier.
Great hustle from Trip Dyer. At the beginning of the possession, we saw him up by the Panther logo and moving his feet, getting down low to force a jump ball. Impressive defensive stand from Dyer, as he will come out of the game.
And excuse me, it'll be Panther ball as Goddard inbounds it. Passing it around now to break this press is the Panthers. Goddard looking for anybody. He'll find Swanson. Out to Hall, swinging around once again. and across the court pass to Hall, nearly poked away. Swanson, his three is no good.
And that's a good look from Swanson. The Panthers couldn't find anything. Swanson gets a little bit of room. We know he's dangerous from the arc. Unfortunately, unable to knock it down right there.
Berkeley's jumper is way off the mark. Saved by Kraft, but into the hands of Swanson. Swanson has got Goddard. Goddard with the floater. That one rims out. And it looks like number 10, Aiden Harris, lost his shoe. The Dragons will try and slow things down to get him back into this game. Christopher was trying to get William Brown to press, but he just wouldn't on the 4v5 opportunity. The big man from the perimeter. And that's a nice shot. That's from Aiden Harris, the 6'3 guard.
Just lost his shoe and able to get back on the offensive side of the ball and score another basket.
And Jermaine with a crafty left-handed finish. He'll go to the line when he's fouled.
And this team, this Panther team that looked like they were running away with this one in the first quarter, had to fight back to tie the game, and now Christopher has the chance to take the lead once more. What do you think the Panthers are going to have to do?
They're just going to have to tighten things up on offense, and this defense has held strong here in the first quarter, but here in the second, they've let a couple extra things go, and that's why you see a tie ball game now leading by just one. Christopher will only make one from the line, and the Dragons on this possession will look to take their first lead of the night. Boys to the corner, and from the corner, bang! Aiden Harris will get 3 for the Dragons.
A clutch bucket from Harris.
Hall trying to find anybody. Dyer to Swanson. Swanson up to Goddard. Goddard from the top of the key. That one's off the front of the rim, excuse me. Boys guarded closely by Braden Hall. Outside once again. That one from Aiden Harris is no good. We saw him make 2 in a row, but Harris can't make the third.
Yeah, a bit of a heat check, about 3 feet outside the perimeter. Not able to knock that one down.
And that one's got to be humbling for Harris. Inbounding to the big man, he's blocked by Dyer. He'll go up once again, and they'll say he's fouled.
And that's the advantage of having somebody that is 6'9", going against a team where their tallest player is about 6'4".
Yeah, Lucier will go to the line for a 3-point opportunity. As Colton, I just didn't see the foul. Trip Dyer had his hand straight up, trying his best not to foul him because he knows they will call him for that every time, knowing that Lucier is much taller.
I mean, not too sure where the contact was exactly. It's Wyatt checks in the game for the Panthers.
Christopher out to Hall. Hall down to Wyatt. Back out to Hall. The Dragons recover quite nicely as Hall with the floater will get 2 for the Panthers.
And Hall recognized the mismatch and took advantage of it down low with the floater.
Felipe Boyce trying to get this Dragon team back into it. Down low. The mid-range shot is no good, rebounded by Goddard.
And maybe the crowd forcing that miss. Impressive what the Panther Arena can do.
Christopher trying to get around Boyce. He will. Down into the paint against the 6'9" giant. David come down with 2 points.
My goodness, Jermaine Christopher. A guy that's barely pushing 6 foot elevates and scores over somebody that's 6'9".
And here he is guarding him. Like to see that as Christopher will guard the giant. Trying to poke it away around the outside. Christopher just will not go up with that.
Yeah, that really didn't work. but you like to see the effort.
Christopher gets it across half court. It's been a struggle all night because of this Dragon press. Hall in the corner, off the front iron, rebounded by number 14, Lucier.
And the Panthers have had some good looks from three and just haven't been able to capitalize on their opportunities. And they're another example of that.
And an ill-advised pass from Colin Monin will send him to inbound the ball for the Dragons.
If that was a jump ball, this one will go Collierville's way.
Here we see Berkeley back into the game. The player that single-handedly gave them a little bit of momentum so that they could get back into this game.
We also see Vance. We haven't seen much of him tonight. The junior.
Stolen by Wyatt. Wyatt's got an open lane. He'll lay it up quite nicely. What form from Wyatt, as he'll get 2 points for the Panthers.
And Wyatt, a guy that comes in and hustles. He works his butt off in practice, works his butt off on the court. He knows nothing other than work.
Boyce trying to get it down to Lucier. Goddard will kick the ball, and that'll be Dragons once again with just 18.6 left on the clock in this first half. The Panthers trailed by 1.
And just as the crowd gets loud, the Panthers are finding their way back into it and have a little bit of momentum here.
And the Dragon will throw the elbow, and it's Panther ball with 16.6 left on the clock. The Panthers will try and get the last shot of the half.
And that was an obvious illegal screen from Elijah Lucier. You just can't stick your elbow out, as Wyatt will come out of the game for Swanson. What a performance from Wyatt, the little bit of time we got to see him.
Coach Bailey trying to get some shooters on the court as Goddard's pass sails over the head of Jermaine Christopher. Couldn't even go up for that one. Wyatt will check back in for Swanson.
Now instead of shooting, he needs defense, as with one bad pass, the whole entire script is flipped.
Yeah, the Dragons will get a chance to add on to their lead with just less than 12 seconds left. Boyce finding anybody. They'll get it to Berkeley. Berkeley, no doubt will take this last shot. Step back, double team off the front iron. And going into half, the Dragons lead 26-25 over your Cabot Panthers. Join us in the second half, where Cabot looks to retake the lead.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, halftime entertainment, Cabot High School proudly presents the Cabot High School Dance Team.
Hello and welcome back to Cabot Panther basketball. Here we are in the second half as the Panthers trail 26-25. We've seen this Dragons team be very aggressive on defense, and as I said earlier, got a quote from one of the Panther coaches, Coach White said, "We need to stay calm and find the open guy and make them pay for pressing us." I said Coach Bailey earlier, and I apologize, but Coach White with the wise words as the Dragons will miss their first of the half. Ball from the corner, off the back iron.
And we've seen shots like that, exactly what Coach White was looking for out of his team. Wide open looks, unfortunately just haven't been able to capitalize. You wonder when these shots are going to start falling and the Panthers will start running away with the game.
From the corner, the Dragons shot will not count. That's a personal foul on Caleb Thomas. And the Panthers will inbound the ball now. That's poked away by the Dragons. They'll get the ball once again. Ross down low. Double team. He'll go up, and that one's off the mark as Hall gets the rebound.
And great intensity from Owen Swanson to smack the ball, make that shot a little more difficult.
Goddard. Out to Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum smothered. He'll get it out to Hall. This Dragons defense has been nothing short of impressive. As Swanson will go up against the Giant, and Goddard will go again. And they'll get 2 points for the Panthers, taking the lead once again. And that's a push-off from Webb Thomas. The Dragons can't get anything going their way here in the second.
Swanson gets blocked on one end and comes back and makes an unbelievable play on defense. And that's back-to-back defensive possessions where Swanson has been a factor in causing a turnover on Collierville.
Here's the infamous press from the Dragons. Hall in the corner. Goddard trying to find anybody. He'll get it to Hall, Hall trying to find Swanson. Rosenbaum will save it, and that one's stolen by Boyce. Boyce 1-on-2. He'll find his man and get it to Goliath, and that one is poked away.
And that foul will go on Goddard. Just reached in. And just a lapse in judgment right there from the whole Panther team, trying to break the press as they were all just scurrying around, couldn't figure anything out, and not what you want to see coming out of the half. You feel like that had to have been a topic of discussion, and it's out the window. Second possession of the second half.
Elijah Lucier will steal the lead once again as Jermaine Christopher out to Hall. Hall with the three. That one's good, and the Panthers snatch the lead right back.
And you just knew they would start dropping. Since one has fallen now for Hall, you wonder how many more will come.
Many, many we hope, as Lucier will find his point guard Boyce. Ross guarded closely by Hall. Lucier wanting to pull from the perimeter, not something we see much from 6'9" players like himself.
Yes, that's a professional basketball play for somebody that's 6'9". Not something you see in high school at all.
That shot off the iron. Lucier will get the rebound, however. Nearly poked away from Boyce. Colton Rosenbaum with a good defense.
As the shot clock resets, so does the Collierville offense, and they will try to put some points on the board here in the second half.
Webb Thomas can't find anything across the court pass. Ross up to Lucier. A lot of contact down low, and Lucier up with the left hand, shrugs him off. He'll get two.
Yeah, not a physical play, just the fact that he's 6'9" and able to score over everybody, showing it there.
Hall trying to get the circus layup. It'll be Panther ball as it's blocked.
And the Panthers have not been able to score in the paint, which is the name of their game. I mean, other than kickouts and corner threes, they're mostly a team that scores down low, as there's a bucket from Hall doing exactly that.
Yeah, the quick inbound pass from Jermaine Christopher. Nice vision from the star-studded point guard. Garrett Ross slowing things down. A bit of confusion on this Dragon offensive side of the ball. Boyce looking for Lucier. Boyce driving himself. Passing it around as the Dragons can't find anything, but Lucier towering over. He'll get 2 more.
And Lucier, a very fundamental guy, and that'll get it done for him here at the high school level with his height.
Christopher down low to Rosenbaum. He'll pump fake and make a miss, but Jermaine Christopher will get his rebound and score 2.
What hustle from Jermaine Christopher on the offensive board.
Boyce to the corner. Harris finding nothing, will get it back to his point guard.
And it seems pretty clear that Felipe Boyce is not going to shoot the ball from the perimeter.
And there he is off the front iron, just as you say that.
Well, you can see why I said that. A very flat-looking shot that had no chance of falling.
Boyce got the steal, but Jermaine Christopher will poke it away, and that'll be a jump ball call.
And it will be Panther basketball, as Collierville was able to come away with it last time on the jump ball, as Parker Hines will check into the game.
And for the Dragons, Berkeley and one Giant traded for another. Caleb Davis will get into the game, guarding closely on Grant Goddard.
This Collierville team has been blessed with 2 absolute units. Giants, like you said, I mean, by far way taller than the tallest player on this Panther team.
Yeah, the Panthers playing really, really good small ball. As Braden Hall from the corner, off the front iron once again.
And that was a good set look from Braden Hall, just couldn't knock it down.
Berkeley with the fadeaway, rebounded by Jermaine Christopher.
And Berkeley trying to play some ISO ball, trying to be a hero, and can't do it there.
And Felipe Boyce using a little bit too much of that body on Jermaine Christopher, and that's called a blocking foul. That'll send number 1, Colin Monin, and number 5, Luke Rodier.
And it's just so tough to stop Jermaine Christopher when he's got the ball in his hands. Really no other option than to foul.
Rosenbaum inbounding the ball, looking for anybody. He'll find Christopher, guarded closely by Berkeley in this press. Trying to move this Panther offense around. Goddard at the top of the key. He'll find Hall. Hall driving, poked away. He'll try and get it out to Hines. Hines snatches it away. Goddard trying to pass it away. Hall from 3. That one won't go either.
As Hall continues to fire, made one earlier in this half, but has missed 2 since.
Berkeley looking to take it himself. Out to Monin. Monin driving. To Davis. Davis will go in and out on his shot. Christopher has the ball now as the Panthers lead by just 2, 34-32. Christopher hesitating on the shot. He'll get it out to Hines. Hines for 3. That one will go. And 3 more points for Hines and the Panther pride.
An assist from Christopher right into the pocket for Hines, able to knock it down, corner 3. A 3-point specialist in Parker Hines.
Webb Thomas finally finds Berkeley. Berkeley driving, and he'll get called a travel as Felipe Boyce is looking to check into the game once again.
A little confusion from the refs. One called a defensive foul and one called an offensive foul, as it was clear that it was an offensive foul. Somebody lowered a shoulder right into Parker Hines' chest. You just can't miss that one. And the ref that was facing the play comes away on top with the call, Panther basketball.
And you can't blame the other one for not seeing the travel, as obviously that one happened first. A nice save for the Panthers as they'll get the ball. And this passing is incredible from the Panthers as Hines drives. They'll call Rosenbaum for 3 seconds in the paint, and they'll give it right back to Collierville.
And that's a very rare call, but when it happens, the ref made sure to see it.
You see the difference in defensive style of play for each team as the Panthers will wait on them and meet them at the three-point line as Boyce will take the ball up for the Dragons. Passing it around quite nicely is the Dragons, as Berkeley will take his 3-shot. That one off the other side of the backboard.
An ugly shot right there from Berkeley, leading to the Panthers having a little bit of momentum and playing with a little bit of pace.
Yeah, we've got a very speedy team in now as Hines will step back 3. That one's off the shot clock, and the Dragons will take possession once again.
And Hines knew he had enough room to fire. Smart that he did. Frustrated with himself that he missed that one.
Yeah, that's a shot he makes every day in practice, and shaking his head is Parker Hines. Felipe Boyce now. To the corner, Berkeley slowing things down. Back to Berkeley. Berkeley will drive to the corner. That one's off the back iron and rebounded by Berkeley. Berkeley will go up, and it's good. Making the best out of nothing from that Dragon shot.
Panthers lead by 3 with the clock winding down. The shot clock is off, and the Panthers still rushing. Wonder if they know that they can dribble it out and get the last shot.
Yeah, they've got just 15 seconds left. Hall in the corner, looking to hold it. Little bit of handsy defense here from the Dragons. They've got less than 5 left as Hines will drive. Hall from the corner. That one off the front iron.
And that's a good look to go into the 4th quarter, just unable to knock it down. The Panthers lead 37-34. Carson, what do you think the Panthers are going to need to keep piling on here in this 4th quarter and come away with the W?
Well, their defense has been good. Their offense, not as much, maybe just not up to the standard as we like to see, as they've only got 37 going into the 4th period. Partly because we haven't seen Jermaine Christopher take over this game, and mostly because we haven't seen Braden Hall do his work that he normally does. He's missed a couple too many, and you can see it on his face here tonight.
Yeah, and I think this timeout, or this break, will really help him. Let him sink it in, realize what he's missing on, and make the few mental adjustments to knock down some more threes here in this 4th quarter, and that will carry the Panthers to victory.
Yeah, and those mental adjustments are the hardest adjustments, as we can only hope that Braden Hall remembers who he is and finds the hole, as he'll sit on the bench to lead into this 4th quarter. Colton Rosenbaum will inbound the ball for the Panthers, as they've got Rosenbaum, Wyatt, Parker Hines, Jermaine Christopher, and Trip Dyer in the game now. Christopher nearly poked away by Boyce. Good hands from Christopher. Felipe Boyce has been a defensive weapon that stopped Christopher from scoring so much in this game. See how much he can do in the 4th quarter. Rosenbaum will go up. That one lifts out, but to get over number 14 is impressive itself, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know how that one did not fall. That thing looked like it was about halfway through the net, and then it rims out somehow. Unfortunate for the Panthers.
Berkeley slowing things down. He'll get it to his point guard and Boyce. Berkeley turns around. The shot, toilet bowls in, and the Panthers have a tie game on their hands.
And the Panthers have continued to struggle to break this press. Showing it right there. Clear frustration from all fans in the arena.
Tripp with a not so pretty pass down to Rosenbaum. It's poked away, but there's a personal foul and the Panthers will retain possession.
They're bailed out by Luke Roeder, who just got a little bit too handsy in the post.
Christopher out to Hines. Hines. The pass nearly poked away, and that one will be as Berkeley getting handsy on the ball. And that's a good defensive stand as Jermaine Christopher, one of our better shooters, had an open shot in the corner. That one will save the Dragons 3 points.
As the more experienced Braden Hall and Grant Goddard check into the game. And this is the Panthers core right here.
Oh yeah, those are the guys that the Panthers live on. As Christopher trying to take it, he'll pass it out to nobody. Trying to get it to Parker Hines. It's way off the mark, and the Dragons will get possession once again.
A slight miscommunication, and that could prove to be a costly one. 37-37 here in the fourth quarter.
Berkeley down low. That one will go for number 14, Elijah Lucier.
And when in doubt, just throw the ball to the guy who's 5 inches taller than the player guarding him. That will work 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I'm surprised to not see them going to Lucier much more often. And the crafty and visionary pass from Jermaine Christopher gets Colton Rosenbaum 2 points.
A beautiful dime right there from Christopher to set up Rosenbaum on an easy lay on the block.
Felipe Boyce to Berkeley. Berkeley picks up his dribble, finding anyone. Down low, and Lucier's got another 2. That'll put 15 on the board for Elijah Lucier.
And the Panthers have not been able to contest Lucier tonight, as Goddard is trapped in the corner.
He'll get it out to Rosenbaum, and he'll get to, as Felipe Boyce was looking for the charge call there, and it seems like the whole Dragon bench was as well.
Yeah, an off-ball charge is a rare call.
That one will hit the back iron, but the Dragons will get it anyways. Guarded by Grant Goddard. Lucier will miss.
And that was great straight-up defense from Goddard, and then an ill-advised pass from Christopher, and you can see the frustration on his face.
Yeah, he knows he can thread that needle to Braden Hall. That time it just won't go.
Yeah, and not the best idea here. 5 minutes, 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter in a tie ball game here in the Cabot Classic.
Yeah, and you can see the differences in style of play against each team they've played this year. We saw them against Little Rock Christian Academy where they put up upwards of 80, and here they've only got 41 here so late in the game, as the Panthers will get possession again after the missed shot.
And this Panther team just hasn't found their identity on offense and seem to be a little inconsistent.
And that's a foul on Luke Roeder. And that'll send Grant Goddard to the line and give him a chance to get another Panther lead on the night.
And Goddard great at drawing contact down low, showing it there. Another one of those hustle guys who just seems to come away with about 5 to 10 points every night. That
Goddard.
Free throw gives him 5.
Goddard looking for his second now. That might prove to be an instrumental piece here late in the game. Off the back iron, Berkeley will rebound. Trying to get something going is the Dragons. Down there to Lucier. They'll call a blocking foul on Colton Rosenbaum.
As Rosenbaum was set up, oddly enough, in Panther Arena, there's no restricted area, but if there was one, he was right under the basket. So no matter what, that's a blocking foul.
I like the mindset from Rosenbaum to take that charge. Is going up with number 14 is not going to amount to much here for this small Panther team.
And small ball rarely works, especially at the high school level. And the Panthers, unfortunately, have faced the repercussions all season long.
With that, Lucier will tie it, and Braden Hall drives to the top. Swanson in the corner. That one's blocked. Taken away by the Dragons. They'll look to capitalize now. Berkeley guarded by Christopher. Down low to Lucier. And he'll be fouled by Rosenbaum once again.
And Owen Swanson, putting his body on the line, took the charge, but unfortunately there was a reach well before Lucier got to him.
And that'll give Rosenbaum his 4th foul of the night. Berkeley open in the corner. That one will go, and Dragons lead by 3, 45-42.
Panthers just got to figure out a way to break this press, as it seems like Goddard taking the ball up the court has been that way, and they will call a carry on Christopher.
Yeah, and that carry call, there wasn't much more that Christopher could do as he got his arm caught up in the defender. The Dragons looking to make this a 2-possession lead now.
As we hear the support from Panther fans in this arena, as there's a timeout called by Collierville.
Yeah, and a nice timeout to figure out what you need to do to maintain this lead here so late in the game. With just 3 minutes and 43 seconds, the Dragons lead by just 3 in one of their more scarce leads of the night.
Yeah, as this game has been back and forth all night long, except for that first quarter, where it took all the way up until 30 seconds left in the first quarter for Collierville to put their first points on the board. And this game continues to be a low-scoring affair from both teams, and we kind of expected that going into this one, because this Panther offense is very streaky, and this Collierville offense, even in the games that they've blown out teams, they haven't put up that many points, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not a very offense-oriented team, the Dragons, but they've been keeping up with the Panthers, and the Panthers very, very offense-oriented. Like I said, we saw them put up upwards of 80 against the best team in the state, and here against the Dragons, gotta be the best defense in Tennessee and one of the better ones we've seen in Arkansas.
Yeah, and we may have spoke a little bit too soon, saying this one-loss team coming into Panther Arena didn't look like it. But in all honesty, facing a team that's 3-6, you would expect a blowout. But as we know, the competition in Tennessee is not near the competition here in the South, the real South, Arkansas.
Yeah, and I'm betting Coach Bailey really wish they capitalized on that first quarter lead a lot more than they did. Now they're paying the repercussions for it, having to get back into this game so late. Berkeley slowing things down, trying to chew some clock as the Dragons. To the corner, Boyce, one of his few shots, it'll lip out. Goddard taking the ball up the court now. They'll find Christopher. Christopher with open three, he'll hesitate. Christopher, a very pass-oriented player, but he'll take you to the rack just like now. There's 2 points for Jermaine Christopher.
And if you need a bucket, put the ball in the hands of number 2, Jermaine Christopher, showing that he can carry this offense.
And here with less than 3 minutes in the game, a 1-point lead is a much different game than a 3-point, as Berkeley looking for his own 3-point. That one's off.
Way off, nothing but air for Berkeley.
Hall will go to the rack with the left hand. He'll take the lead for the Panthers here in the arena.
And the rest of the Panther offense is spacing out the floor so that the big men cannot be down there to block shots in the paint, and that has been working. Back-to-back possessions ending in layups.
Surprised we're seeing it so late in the game, as the Dragons game has been their big men and their defense trying to take them out of the game is going to be pivotal for the Panthers as Jermaine Christopher rebounds the missed shot.
The Panthers have a chance to extend the lead to a double-digit game, but a timeout will be called by Coach Bailey.
Coach Bailey's got to be happy that the Panthers didn't get too far behind there on that three-point lead from the Dragons, because both teams are very, very momentum oriented, as we've seen all tonight. And most notably, the second quarter, as the Panthers led by more than double than the Dragons score. And here it is, nearly a tie ball game.
Yeah, as the Panthers started playing pretty good defense. And I mean, an interesting move to call a timeout there, as we saw Collierville call a timeout right whenever they seemed to have a little bit of momentum and the tide was turned. And then the same thing, as soon as the Panthers get momentum, Coach Bailey calls a timeout. And hopefully, just hopefully, the Panthers will not have the same result as Collierville did.
Yeah, and both of these teams' coaches playing it smart, as we've seen so many times. Every time a team gets momentum, all throughout this game, the other team has stripped it away so quickly. And the Panthers looking to maintain and make some more of that momentum here and add on to their one-point lead. Goddard will get it to Christopher. He'll drive out to Swanson. Swanson with the three. That one's off, and Boyce will take it for the Dragons.
Yes, there just seems to be a lid on the basket when the Panthers took one up from three all night.
We haven't got to say that much, have we, Colton?
No, I mean, this Panther team has been fantastic from behind the arc all season long, and tonight it's just not working for them.
Lucier trying to reset on Grant Goddard. He won't be able to get past him, as Berkeley looking to the rack, guarded closely by Swanson. He'll go up, and with the left hand, it's off the mark. Swanson will get the rebound, and what defense from Owen.
A very impressive defensive stand from Owen Swanson, and this Panther defense still protecting a one-point lead.
Goddard getting it to his point guard. Christopher will go up. And an awkward-looking layup will add 2 to the Panthers' lead. They lead by 3 now.
Carson, how did he just do that? How did he just do that? I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that, and we've seen a lot of Panther basketball.
Yeah, Colton, there's a reason I sit at the table, because I don't know how to do that at all. As Felipe Boyce will find his man in the corner. That one's off as well, as like you said, there's a lid on the rim from 3.
And the sniper, the only person who has been able to get it going from beyond the arc, Aiden Harris, misses the clutch one, and Collierville is forced to foul Christopher. With 23.9 seconds left in this game, the Panthers lead by 3, and the shot clock is off.
Yeah, just less than 30 seconds left in this game. Collierville's got to hit a 3 or 2 quick 2s to get back into it, as Hall left wide open, looking to hold on to it, and he's fouled. And that's good from Hall. He took 4 seconds off the play clock. Just 20 seconds left now.
Yeah, clearly a lapse in judgment, and a great play call on the inbound play to set up the offense for the Panthers.
These inbound schemes have been impressive all night. And Felipe Boyce trying to get the quick foul on Jermaine Christopher.
Yes, that was just an interesting place to foul Christopher.
Christopher, nevertheless, will go to the line and try and make this a 2-possession game. And he will. With just 18 seconds left, they lead by 4, the Panthers.
And clutch free throw from the point guard.
And Christopher will sink his second, making it 50-45 for Collierville.
And this is the first time Christopher has gone 2 for 2 from the line all night. And you wonder if that's because of that foul.
They need a quick three, and time just keeps going. Collierville coach is very, very upset with that. He seems to believe that the time needed to be stopped.
Yeah, after a basket, I'm pretty sure it should. Pretty interesting, but unfortunately at the high school level, especially unfortunately for Collierville, there's no replay. And so they can go back and change the amount of time left on the clock. Obvious and rightfully so frustrated on that Collierville sideline.
And Rosenbaum will make this game leading by 3. If he sinks the second one, that'll put it to rest as the Panthers will put the Dragons and send it back to Tennessee. That shot off the mark in Collierville. The Dragons spitting fire no more as the Panthers win 52-48. Join us tomorrow against Greenbrier, same times, and join us at tip-off.
First game will be Collierville. Collierville Dragons.